Okay, you've got Android Studio up and running. Now you're going to pretend what kind of like when you're after you're done with that, we provide well, if I was planning to distribute my app on Google Play, this package name down here is something that I need to uniquely identify my app, meaning that across all of the people in the world who are making apps, this needs to be completely unique. Now, if we look a little bit more at the structure of this, the package name is actually the company domain reversed. So instead of lilafujiwara.com, we have com.lilafujiwara, followed by the application name with no spaces. So while there might be a couple of different app developers that make a happy birthday app, you're not going to have a bunch of app developers that all own lilafujiwara.com and are making a birthday card app. And in the way that the internet is set up, if I buy lilafujiwara.com, that means I should have complete control over what is shown there, and nobody else can buy that domain name. And if I own it and it's specific to me, then that helps ensure that this package name is completely unique. So I know that you only know about package names right now. You might not know what a package is. We'll talk about that more a little bit later. But the thing that you just need to keep in mind right now is that a package name needs to be unique so that Google Play and your phone has a unique way to identify your application. Okay, but you're not me and you don't own this domain. And since we're all practicing together and I want us all to have sort of the same setup for this app, I'm going to change this to android.example.com. And you should go ahead and use the same company domain name because I know that some of you won't actually own website domains yourself. Also, it'll help you match our code. And if you look below, you should see that it says com.example.android. Again, that's the reverse of Android example com, and that it says happy birthday after it. Okay, so the next thing that you can change is the project location. This is where all the files that have to deal with your app will be saved on your computer. Now, usually Android Studio will create a folder for your Android Studio projects, and the default is to just put your app inside this folder. And you can see that the name actually matches the name of the folder that it will be in. This is a pretty good default location, so unless you have any strong reason to change it, I'd go ahead and just click Next. Okay, now this is a fun screen. It lets us pick what phones and devices that we're going to actually make our application for. Now you're making an app for a phone and a tablet, and you're not trying to make an app for TV, Wear, or Glass, so we're going to leave these all unchecked. The drop-down right here shows us the version of the Android operating system that our application will support. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up. We can see that the first public and widely used release of Android was called Cupcake. With this release, Google started a convention where they would continue to go alphabetically, but name each operating system off of desserts or sugary treats. Cupcake was followed by Donut and Eclair, and this is why you'll see words like ice cream sandwich, honeycomb, and Kit Kat in the drop-down menu. Now below this drop-down, you'll see this handy Help Me Choose link. This graph shows some helpful percentages of how many people who have Android phones use the different operating system versions. Looking at it, we can see that most users, at least at the time of this recording, are using the deliciously named Kit Kat. The percentages show the percentage of people in the world using Google Play who will be able to use our app if we pick one of these as our minimum supported version. So if you pick the newest version of the operating system, which is Lollipop, at least at the time of this recording, only communication or NF are going to look at templates and more that are required to make the app. Basically, there are a lot of files that work together to make your application. We'll talk about this all soon. For now, take a look at the layout name. You've been working on XML layout files, so this is the name of the file we'll be editing in just a little bit. I'm actually not going to change any of these defaults, so you can go ahead and click Finish. Now, depending on your computer speed, it might take a moment to set everything up. If you look down here, you'll actually see a little loading circle as well as a loading bar. And we can see a loading circle down here as well, meaning that it's continuing to think about things. So take a break, go ahead, stretch, and get some tea. Coffee. Right now we see a picture of a phone, but this isn't actually on our phone. This is pretty similar to when we were working with the XML visualizer. Now we actually want to see our app. Cool. So now suddenly you're a developer. Wasn't that easy. Once you're done, go ahead and hit the back button. Now, because of your new